Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Grand Tactician Civil War. Today we try the grand experiment. To get our armies moving, we're going to fire all the incompetent generals. Yep, let's go and see how well that works. Okay, I was only half joking when I said we're going to do this, but we need to get our army's readiness improved so that we can actually march upon the enemy and challenge them. So for those of you who may be a bit confused over what I'm talking about, you'll see that each army has a readiness rating here. And this is to indicate the army's level of supply, its organisation, and its just preparedness to march and conduct offensive operations, really. Because below the yellow zone, you can't enter enemy territory. And I believe there's maybe penalties to engaging the enemy when you're really in a state of unreadiness. So, several things we're going to do. The first of which, actually, and thanks for the comment that told me about this, we're going to change. Can I not change it on here? Oh, there's a setting in here. Ah, now we can only change this for certain soldiers. Let's go to the Missouri State Guard. It's this option here, the Scout option. Now what this does, it provides better intelligence gathering, and it uses the cavalry to do this, so we can see where the enemy are from a greater distance. I'm going to click this on. Maybe it's only for, like, major cavalry forces. I don't know. We click it on. They're supposed to be able to gather intelligence better, which is very useful. It's also supposed to increase the army's state of readiness. So we're going to go and do this over in Kentucky as well with Van Dorn, although his state of readiness... Now, this seems to be some sort of glitch or bug. That's always been at 100%, no matter what's going on. But we're going to put him on scouting as well. Intelligence minimal. Okay, let's see how well that works out. And can we actually do it for the big armies up here? No, we can't. Now, I don't know what the reason for that is, but even... No, Lee's army can. I'm guessing that's because they're at high state of readiness. Possibly. I'll put it on scouting order there. Status entrenching, condition good, intelligence minimal. Never mind. We'll see how it works. We will. We can put it on several. It does mean that the cavalry is unlikely to fight in a battle, because the cavalry will be gathering together. We've seen a few other things that we need to do as well. I saw one, the Cumberland Gap needs to come back into Confederate hands, so let's go and grab that. Anyway, back to the serious point of trying to get our soldiers' readiness up to maximum, which is something we need to do so we can conduct offensive operations. At the difficulty that I'm playing at, the enemy has a huge buff to this, which is why you see enemy armies rolling into our territory all over the place, and seemingly little that we can do to stop it, because our guys just aren't ready. So that's why the enemy get that. This is something that I believe you can either turn off at the start of the game, or you can increase it in the game's files. You can modify it, but be aware, if you do that, folks, then that also applies to the enemy, which, as it already has a buff at higher difficulties, you might find that has unintended effects. Anyway, on a serious note, oh, the other thing that affects readiness is your army experience. You may have seen, is under strategy, there's an army experience value that once we win a battle, our sides goes up by 0.2% or something like that. And that basically combines, as we learn as a nation how to do things, it basically combines and adds up and increases the readiness of our guys. So I believe. Anyway, let's go into manage the army. We're going to leave Johnson in, because he's supposed to be quite good. Administration is not bad, and administration, I believe, is the skill that affects, like, training and readiness. So we're going to go through this list here, and everyone who has terrible administration or is not a professional is getting booted out. Now, sadly, I say sadly, everyone here actually seems to be half decent. And that's a problem, because I was hoping to find a load of guys in there who weren't actually very good. I will say that Sibley is a cavalry commander, and that's not a problem. They can command infantry, but I'm going to bin him because he's not particularly great anyway. So who have we got? I'm gonna sort this by administration. We have Robert Shaver. Really? We've got two guys wounded in action there. I've sorted it by administration, and he's got 1 star. Does that mean that everyone else... Ooh, we have a lot of wounded. We have a lot of guys wounded in action. Brigadier generals have been getting hit hard. Okay, so it seems that... Oh, my word. We have a lot of wounded brigadier generals. Blooming heck. Okay, so the 1 star was accurate then. Maybe we promote some colonels. Yeah, this guy. 3 stars. Also 3 stars. This is the one. This is the one we want. Where's that gone? Oh, I can't put him in? We have a lot of cavalry commanders. He's infantry. Let's put Colonel White in there. So what we're looking for are people with really bad administration. And I'm going to go through and switch this. And we're going to see if it makes a difference. At the moment, the way we're going to tell is if we put our mouse over this. Come on. Come on, game. Flipping game readiness low. Okay, it's going to say full readiness in approximately 50 days. That's substantially better than what we were looking at last time, where it said 180. Let's go and switch the commanders around and see if we get that any better. Okay, so we switched a few. Obviously, we left you guys in. We didn't change you out. There was a few of you in there as generals. Has that made the difference? It's made no difference whatsoever. Although some of the notes I was reading do say that if you change the commanders over, their efficiency at running drops a little bit in the short term as they get used to the new structures of command. I don't know. That was an idea. Let's get the game moving on and see what we can actually achieve. See, we've done some good work already. Price has grabbed this depot over here. The Union are trying to build one down there. I wonder if we can grab the other one as well. Or should we go straight for St. Louis? Let's go straight for St. Louis. Sorry, St. Louis. I will try and pronounce it correctly. Who's that? Van Dorn is at the destination. Ooh, is he? Let's go take a look. He is indeed, but where to go next? I really want to march Hardy's army all the way up this road and knock those out. But we should definitely try and do some work. I'm going to move him in again. We're going to go for Louisville. This is quite amusing. We've got Union forces chasing the Confederate cavalry all throughout Missouri, which is how it should be. Wait a minute. The Army of Eastern Tennessee is preparing a siege. Oh my God, they've run straight into this. That is going to be a massacre. There is no chance we can win that. We've got to withdraw. I need some guys over here. I need an army over here is what I need. What have we got? Weapons are delivered. Oh, nice. What was the weapon order? 10,000 Enfield rifles. Okay, where am I going to get men to go and deal with that? There's like, what, 20,000 men in there? It's Battle of Strawberry Plains. We're going to have to obviously pull back. I've got 6,000 here, which I think we should probably try and combine these forces. Magruder's army could actually come down and help. And we still haven't got anyone suitable up here to actually move out and do offensive operations, because I want to take Maryland as well. I could bring Lee's force up. I'm loath to do that because I don't want to leave Richmond undefended, and it's super, super risky. Meanwhile, we do have forces over in Western Tennessee that could maybe come and help with this. Grant's men, 8,000. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's bring these guys over to Knoxville and combine the forces. Grant is not a commander I really want in there. I don't know why they won't move by rail, you know. They should be moving by rail. Yeah, it looks like they are. Okay, we'll get Bragg's men over there. That's going to be something we can do. That depot's flipped back again. This one's about to change. I just can't march my army into them. Although, maybe I can do that. I'm going to try this. Readiness be damned. I don't have 50 days to wait while this Union force, marauds throughout northern Arkansas. Van Dorn heading rapidly for Louisville, Kentucky, which will be nice. And has arrived, but the question is, can we hold the place? Western Army preparing siege. Okay, we're going to have a fight here. I mean, if we want to take Missouri, we're going to rely on holding these depots. But it looks like the Department of the West is coming straight after us. The problem is they have 18,000 men down there. Not a whole lot we can do with that. However, what's going on here? This is technically a siege. We seem to be outnumbered them. Let's go for it. This is a fight. Okay, so we made it through to the end of day one without really seeing much of the enemy. We spotted some of their infantry around whatever that place is down there that I can't see because it's too dark. And we took this location here. So we are swinging around from this side. Our guys didn't get into position. We've got the cavalry out on our left, which is going to try and maneuver further to the left over here, whilst we bring up in the artillery and the infantry and try and move down the centre. I think, depending on what we find, we may be in a good position here. Okay, here we go again. So I redeployed to the maximum we could with no sign of the enemy, no indication. It turns out they are right across the front and they've managed to construct massive bloody entrenchments overnight, which we weren't expecting. So I would say we do not want to do a frontal assault on that. Absolutely not. So let's pull the guys back a little bit. And just, yeah, let's get back there on the sodding double, I would say. Can we do a fall? We can't do a fallback. However, we are in a decent position to do an outflanking maneuver over on here. Who have we got? We've got Colonel Tharp with decent weapons, and we've got the Mikados. So once we can, actually, we're in a good position here that we can get along this creek bed here, which gives us some protection. We've also got cavalry about to sweep around like this, and some mounted rifles currently. Oh, they're supposed to be dismounted. God damn it. These guys had the orders to dismount. Why has that not happened? And loose order. And we want to be able to come in from the flank like this. So, get ready for chaos, ladies and gentlemen. As once again, both armies decide that they should move and deploy within meters of each other overnight. And I'm not saying this never happened during the war. It didn't happen quite so often as we're finding it here with the overnight deployment. The enemy artillery appears to be at the back. I know there's some there at the front. I could do with something to outflank that position, but if we move across... Oh, we could go across over there. Do you know what? That is not the worst idea. Let's start moving them. We'll do a small force in that direction. We need to get these new guys back. They're just getting nailed out in front. And once the cavalry is in position... These guys are just absolutely refusing. Who are we? We are... Yeah, these are the mounted infantry. Dismount. Loose order. Maybe I had the wrong one selected. And these are the regular cavalry, right? Yes, they are. Okay, bring them round even further. We'll dismount them over that side. Right then, gunners. Artillery. Focus on counter-battery fire. They're on the wrong side for that, unfortunately, but that's going to have to be the case. We've already got a unit broken over here, just from deploying too close to the enemy. That sucks. Oh my god, that's a massive reinforcement of Union infantry coming in there. Do we deploy the guys forward? I need to wait till everything's in position, I think. Don't like the way they're moving openly across there. Right, now these chaps have all mounted back up. Maybe it's because I ordered them in from too long a range. It could be that. Right, move forwards. Just get the cavalry over there. Come on, where are you going? Screw that. Do as I tell you, not as your commander is trying to tell you. We want to get around the flank of everything here. Oh god, this is just an attack coming straight in, which is not good. Let's throw some reinforcements in this direction. Well, they're coming straight in here, so Colonel Tharp, give them a volley. Unfortunately, we're not in the best position, and they are in a better position. Maybe I just withdraw the guys back a bit, try and get in some better terrain. Did you just march straight across the frozen river there? I think they may have done. Right, I want them going down there. Well, these chaps have marched. Oh, wait. You're not firing? I did order. I specifically selected the order to engage at long range when we started that. Make sure you're opening fire on that pesky cavalry over there. Right, we've got the 1st Arkansas mounted on this flank. And hopefully doing some real good work there. Brilliant. Where's the next one? Bring these guys up. No, they're mounted up again. Are they? No, they're not. Okay, you guys need to come around the back here. We've got quite a hot engagement in this direction. Let's bring the Mikados in a little bit. We are outflanking them, which is perfect. Come on, mounted rifles, do your job. Did we have any bad news through the middle? No, that's okay. We don't really want to get everything here engaged just yet, because that's going to be a tough assault. So we need to get the outflanking going on. Yeah, I sent some infantry around that side as support, but it doesn't look like our chaps needed it. Colonel Tharp's doing some good work there. Let's get the Mikados moved up a little bit. And the mounted infantry doing fantastic work. That's what we like to see. Okay, so over that side, let's send Badger in. Let's charge in there. And let's get Leonidas Rex moving in over here. Okay, despite the enemy holding some strong entrenchments, I don't feel like they're doing that great. These chaps struggling to move. They're winded. I think the overnight march didn't do them any good. Well, we hit them. No, we didn't hit them. Something's fleeing over there. Do you know what, Leonidas? Sorry, Badger. Badger, you need to come back, because I don't think... Oh, they're going to... Actually, they are charging after them. They're going to engage. We shouldn't be focused in too hard on this. But I'm going to go and take that victory location there. Cavalry's in. I'm not sure if they're inflicting much in the way of damage, though. Let's go and take that ford. Send in the cavalry. Right, the enemy taking a good beating here. We're not quite in position to surround them yet. Do we send in the chaps over the entrenchments? No, I would suggest probably not. Let's just sneak a little bit. Not quite as far as that. I don't want to get into point blank range with these guys. You should be able to be putting some firepower down there. Good, good, good. It's generally working quite well. Oh. Luckily, the cavalry is able to work in the rear here without any sort of obstructions at all. We seem to be taking excessive casualties from charging a limbered up artillery battery there. 31 men. That's like 5%. I don't know. Sending guys into melee, sending cavalry into melee against something that should be like an easy victory for them, it seems to me to be very counterproductive. Doesn't seem to work quite like it should. Let's just get them working on shooting, which might be better. I keep needing to advance these guys a bit. Go on then. Let's go right in and get ourselves in proper defensive positions behind these creep beds. Though they are frozen. That's super risky. The artillery, I don't know if it's having much effect over there. Enemy don't seem to be in a happy position. We still haven't captured that one. Leonidas' men moving up now. Are we in a position to take this? Right, we are now. So let's get across this ford and form up kind of like that. Oh, wait, no, let's not, because the enemy are coming straight at us. Let's see if we can catch these guys in the water. Does that mean the enemy is retreating? That gives us 11 minutes to try and capture them. Can we not just charge in there? I mean, the enemy is kind of bollocksed here. Right, there's no point sitting there. Time to mount up. Let me see if I can do something. We're just going to... Was someone coming through the water over there? I believe they were. We just need to do whatever damage we can, I think. And I could order a mass charge in here. This is where it's super risky, and I don't really want to take excess casualties. We're hitting these guys now. Oh, it was just an army commander coming out there? I don't think I can do damage to those. It's a shame that it's got this artificial timer on here, because we should be able to absolutely, you know, destroy a lot of this stuff that we've got surrounded. I guess it does it for game balance purposes, right? I'm not quite sure why our guys... Because they're set to engage at medium range. This is infuriating. No matter how many times I order people to engage at long range, their local commander, using his own initiative, orders it. He counters it. Absolutely infuriating. Don't think you're doing any good sat up there, are you? We've got 3 minutes here. Can we achieve anything else? I mean, if nothing else, we have caused a whole lot of disruption to the enemy, which is brilliant. I have no idea how quickly this army will be able to recover to fight back again, but we've done some fantastic work. Do we risk charging in? I don't think it's worth it, because I think we'll take a shit ton of casualties. Also, these guys are getting nervous now. It's over. Well, it was a great victory. It was a great victory. We managed to knock out all 20 enemy's guns, apparently. I think when that happens, the artillery units survive, but they get rearmed with just 6-pounders. Possibly. I'm not sure how it works. I'm hoping that's how it works. Anyway, we give them a kick-in. Victory at Carrollton. Army of the West fleeing in panic. Colonel Gardner we need to change, because he's lost face for that. I don't think we can do that yet, can we? Oh, we can? I think we can go in, take a look. Okay. So, Colonel Gardner. Where is he? Can we find the bastard? Because he kind of messed that up. I think he was one of ours. Yeah, there he is. He's one of the new commanders, actually. He goes straight in and loses face. I'm going to replace him. Let's see if we can find someone who's dedicated to the infantry here. Who's actually good. It's given me very limited choices on who we can use. William Terry. Actually, this guy is really good. So let's put him in there. Never heard of him. And let's see. How did you guys do? Where are you? Any stat increases? Not that we see, but the experience is going up. So I think you guys are doing a good job. Bargy, I don't think Bargy got involved a whole lot. Fives, gone up on leadership. Or maybe you're already there, Fives, I can't remember. Somewhere in here, we've also got the Mikados. Where the hell are the Mikados? There they are. Yeah, good commander coming along here. Colonel Tharp got some experience. Alright, so the Union is going to have to retreat from there. And they're going to go fleeing up this road. So the Missouri State Guard under Price actually doing a decent job by drawing off, I think, Union forces. Now, the downside is the readiness has dropped. It's going to take 56 days to recover, which means I can't go advancing in. But we can capture the depot. Well, that's something. Now, over on the other side, we should see Bragg's army moving in. Good. They're going to be needed. Let's go and arm these guys up with some better weapons. So we've got the Florida Brigade, reboard mixed muskets. Yeah, this is not good. Let's see if we can upgrade Strategy Game Mike's weapons to available in depots and orders available. There we go. So we have got Springfields. Excellent. We'll give Springfields. These are ones that we've captured. We need to order some more Enfields, by the way. So let's upgrade them. Which means Charmers. We might be able to upgrade those. Weapons in stock. I hate these filters. I absolutely hate these filters. They don't actually filter things properly at all. We have enough reboard mixed muskets, which is great. Let's put those in. I don't suppose... Oh, those guys are already well equipped. Ah, the cavalry weapons. Let's see if we can change those. I don't know why my filters are doing this now. It seems to have broken even more than it was before. We've got the Colt revolving rifle or the Frank Wesson carbine. I mean, both are interesting. The Frank Wesson's got better range. The Smith's got even better range. Let's go for the Smith. I kind of like range. You guys have got decent weapons. And then we've got the Florida Light Artillery, which are equipped. Okay. So that's the thing. And when they meet up with these forces, which will combine them in under Bragg's... Oh, I don't know. Bragg is an arsehole. If we look at him. I mean, his stats say okay. He's got 0 cunning, so he's always going to be taken by surprise. We're not going to see what's coming. Nobody likes him. But he's famous. It's given him high initiative and good administration, so we'll just leave the guy in, I think. Speaking of weapons, let's go order some more weapons. So, it should say orders available. Let's just do all. It's got that. Right, now just take that off and put orders available. This is the only one I can order, so more Enfields. Come on, let me order 25, 50,000 pieces. It's going to cost 66 million, and it's going to take a long time. But let's order them. We need better weapons. They'll trickle in, so that's fine. Okay, so over in the Shenandoah Valley, we've got Magruder's force approaching Winchester and the Harper's Ferry Depot. Well, there doesn't seem to be any sign of enemy forces guarding those, which is unexpected. We've got a small force over here at Lynchburg. Okay, those guys kind of want to be transferred over into Bragg's army. Bragg's now got 12,000 men, and they are all present and correct. Can we... Do you know what? They're ready to fight. Let's go marching up the road. We want to retake the Cumberland Gap. That's the plan there. 12,000 guys ready to fight. Meanwhile, in Kentucky, Louisville slowly being converted over to the Confederate cause. And we've got Sterling Price heading for St. Louis in Missouri as well. Although there's federal forces hot on his heels. And he's marching through the snow. We've got a bad weather situation, which is causing all sorts of problems for movement. And still, the good old Western Army is unable to respond. Okay, so we've got the fight that we wanted. We've got the Department of Western Florida under Bragg. We should rename that, I think. Versus, oh God, we're outnumbered heavily here. What's our stance? Oh, do you know what? Let's just fight. Let's just... deploy to defend. Let's deploy to defend. Does that go to a siege combat situation? It does. It does. Screw it, we're fighting. Alright, so once again, the enemy have arrived before we've managed to finish constructing our breastworks. They've come marching down the road. This is exactly where I wanted them to come. We have artillery set up on the higher ground. Hopefully covering that road. Perhaps not as well covering as I'd hoped for. But let's see what happens now. Badoom! Okay, so yes, we did have it covered successfully. That's what we wanted. We're trying to get guys into position over here. Double time them in. Meanwhile, we are still, Ghostie's Rangers over here, desperately trying to finish the breastworks. We've nearly got them done. And if the enemy are going to stop to deploy, then that's absolutely you know, that's absolutely cool. Let's send forward some skirmishers so we can get some better vision out there. Meanwhile, we've got a brigade here. These are armed with smoothbore muskets. These are going to be the reserve brigade. They're just going to exist purely to... Well, they're not existing purely to do it, but they're currently just rebuilding those breastworks whilst everyone else gets the job finished. The bear box are moving in. We're going to get skirmishers moving in here so we can actually get some mischief caused. We've got cavalry on the flanks, protecting and giving us some vision. And we've got skirmishers, hopefully, going to cause some chaos down there. Let's get the Florida Brigade of Mike's men over on this side, because we want these with the better rifles right in the middle here where they're going to do some serious work. As nothing's coming, I'm just going to assign the bear box to finish building some breastworks here. And Ghosty's men over on the other side should be about done. Let's get the skirmishers involved. We need to see the enemy who has sat there in a road, who's somehow gone to ground. We can outflank those. Let's send some guys around that side. Screw it, let's send more in there. I mean, I'm all entirely up for having skirmishers out here. The ghosties have done the job, I think. Let's send some of their boys out as well. There we go. We're going to surround this lone infantry brigade. Is anything else coming on that I'm not aware of? Ah, there's more guys coming up there as well. Let's go to 2 times speed whilst we make sure we have this safely set up. Let's just pile some serious firepower into that, because it's an opportunity to weaken the guys whilst we get our brigades in position. Here's this. Mixed smoothbore muskets. You withdraw to the rear. You go and occupy this side. And the Mikes, because I kind of like calling them the Mikes, are going to occupy the seriously important defences right there. Wow. Were these guys hidden, or they stepped forwards? Because that I was not quite expecting, to be quite honest. They're going back under the weight of our skirmish fire, which is excellent. We've driven them off. However, I can see more forming up ahead for a big assault. They're coming right through the Cumberland Gap, which is just what we wanted them to do, which is ideal. Okay, we're going to have to we're going to pull back some skirmishers here, otherwise we'll probably walk into a huge amount of pain. Bearbox getting some work in, and Ghosty's boys with the Whitworth rifle. Okay, let's just pull back to the side of the road. The Bearbox should be in good position there. It looks like we've just finished. We have indeed. We've just finished that one. Let's make sure we've got actually solid positioning here. Hang on. It's kind of hard to get the guys where we want the damn things. Will it let me? There. Just position just there. That's perfect. Okay, we're dug in. We're protected. We have reserves. We have artillery, which I'm just going to move a little bit further up the slope if we can. Make sure you guys can see everything you need to see down there. Okay, well, they're seeing something, and the skirmishers need to pull back. Fall back, as skirmishers should. Brilliant. We can let the battle develop a little bit now, because I feel like we've got our positioning right. In this situation, we're going to move the cavalry to the flanks. They are dismounted as skirmishers. Now that we know where the enemy are coming from, we can probably cause some chaos if any attack comes in. Okay, enemy skirmishers are trying it on, but our boys should be far better equipped. There we go, we've driven their skirmishers off. We just need to keep an eye on everything in the middle. Let's get some vision, let the artillery do some work. And let those guys just walk into a whole load of pain. What we can do with Ghosty's Rangers is move them forward, because they have extremely long-range weapons. That'll do. Make sure you're shooting at long range. Okay, now we've got some problems. Pull back. Just fall back. Yeah, fall back rather than retreat. Ammunition problems, really? Oh, it looks like we've got a charge coming on over there. Fall back, everyone. In fact, let's pull back and let's just pull these skirmishers back in. Cancel our skirmish orders, I think. Let the enemy come on now to the main line. Yeah, everyone's getting a bit weak in there. That's okay. Oh, I've sent those guys out. I want them back. Turn them off. Let them hit the main line. Let them come up the centre. Let them find the cavalry on the flanks. Here we go. 2 times speed now. And this is where our cavalry is going to get involved as they hit the Markgfl brigade. The cavalry sniping. Turn that off. We don't need cold steel. We've got enemy cavalry over there. I think we can, again, we don't want them charging in here. No, I'm not going to bring this brigade over. As tempting as it is, they're going to crumble and fail. I'm just going to have these guys holding position. Did we not call them skirmishers back? So I thought we did. Right, let's move cavalry up. An extra cavalry down here. Wow, that position, I'm guessing they can't see shit over there. Maybe I've put the entrenchments in the wrong position. Right, we've got some good work going on over here. And we've even got Chalmers Brigade with the... Oh, they're reboard muskets. Okay, so they're not smoothbore. That's something at least. We've got the artillery. Don't think we've got any of you guys commanding artillery in this. Oh, we do. Captain B. Captain B, who has provided excellent service in the past. Brilliant. Brilliant. The enemy are taking a right pasting there. They're still attempting to come on, and I'm not quite in a position where I feel like I wish to push the matter yet. They've got some reserves. Yeah, they're still coming on. Let them come on again. We can do this again. That's better. So I think the skirmishers, my own skirmishers, were blocking the... Let's make sure you guys are aiming in the right direction. Okay, our cavalry might need to help over there a little bit. The Markgfl carbine. The Markgfl carbine seems to be pretty decent. I can't see this cavalry managing to... What are they doing? They look like they're falling back towards my lines. I tell you, this game is janky as all hell. Look at that. Look at that quality firepower going in there. They're about to break. Excellent. However, we do need to pull back. We're going to have to pull back with you. Let the enemy come on. Fall back. Just do a proper fallback, please. I mean, Sid Meier's Gettysburg managed to do these orders correctly, and that was over 20 years ago. Hell, that was 30 years ago, I think. Okay, let's push forward with some cavalry onto this side. I think at this point... The enemy's still got good reserves. They've still got some, but I think they're going backwards. Let's advance and see what we can do. I think we can cause some chaos here. And chaos is my favourite state to be in combat. Oh, brilliant. Let's send the cavalry forwards. Is now the time just to send everything forwards? The enemy is retreating. I don't think we're going to get much more out of this, but let's try it on. We might be able to catch some artillery on the way out. Game never gives us enough time, though, sadly. Alright, let's see if we can find something. There is some artillery there looking potentially weakened. Let's send the boys in. Oh, there's a whole load of infantry over there. We don't really want to contact that. Charge! Nice. Our cavalry... Oh, we've gone in against 2 there. I don't know if we can get much on those guys. Oh, over here. Over here. Can we go on the double? Charge. We have 0 minutes left to achieve a victory here. Come on, chaps. We've got them. Ah, the game cheated. Okay. A great victory, though. Bragg, despite me not liking him as a commander, he seems to be achieving the results. So, I mean, we just chased off 24,000 men. It's only a minor victory. But, I mean, we inflicted vastly more casualties than we took. Good position there. All right, a fantastic result for Bragg's army. And shall we combine... Well, I've got a force covering here. I was tempted to bring them over, but, you know, Bragg's done such a good job. I think he can probably hold the Cumberland Gap himself, so I'm going to order his men in there. Could we also order an invasion of Kentucky from down there? That's an interesting thought. Let's just see if anyone... Has anyone improved their situation? Sibley is a commander of dubious qualities. I think he was often drunk. Maybe I'm misremembering and being unfair to him. I don't know. Why do we have a cavalry commander in charge of an artillery battery down there? Let's fix that. Who have we got that would do for artillery? And we don't need lieutenant colonels. Majors are fine. Major Baxter Smith. Major John B. Grayson. He's actually pretty good. Possibly a bit good. Do we have a captain? Captains are generally fine for this job. He's fine. Captain Henry. Put him in. I'm guessing nobody actually got killed in that. We've got McClaws. McClaws is an infantry commander. Why do I have him in there? Probably just desperate at the start, right? As a major general, Crittenden was cavalry? Huh, I didn't know that. This guy's famous. I suppose he can go in as a... I kind of want someone... Screw it. Stick him in there with no initiative. Let's see what happens. And everyone else should be pretty decent in here, right? Yeah, guys are fighting well. Where's Chalmers? Do we have enough guns to upgrade his yet? Although reboard muskets... I don't think we captured enough of anything. No, we did. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. We're still waiting on supplies. All right, that was good. Bragg? I hate to say it, but Bragg, well done. Meanwhile, okay, so we are raising hell in Missouri and Kentucky, although this guy's going to have to stop and take a pause, I think, at some point. The low readiness is bad. If we can take St. Louis, that would be amazing. I think it's going to be unlikely. God damn it, I wish I could just get my armies moving. I feel like I could do so much. The readiness system is a bone of contention. It adds some level of realism, but the AI at difficulty levels, it doesn't apply the same. So it's not like we can do much with that. We've got weapons are delivered. What do we get? 1,000 pieces of Burnside car. Oh, okay, nice. We should instantly order some more of those. If we go, we've got orders available. I mean, the Burnside carbines, it's pretty decent. It's a pretty decent weapon. Give me, it's going to take, I need 3,000. Yeah, just order 3,000. The cavalry will definitely appreciate that. Over their mixed shotguns and horse pistols from coaching pistols from the 1780s and whatever's left kicking around to them. Can't get my armies ready. We do at least have Magruder, who's secured this situation over here. And I need to take more of Maryland, but I can't move. This is good news as Bragg marches in. Although maybe I should leave him here. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to leave him here. Recover a bit. And build a sodding depot. Should I build a fort as well? Because what that would do, that would kind of hold the Cumberland Gap and anyone trying to come through. Screw it. We'll build a fort while Bragg trains his men there. It holds the road. Meanwhile, oh, Louisville's nearly ours. St. Louis, I don't know what's at St. Louis, so this could be a terrible surprise at there. It's a whole lot of nothing has happened in this episode, apart from 2 battles, which were actually quite good, but then just provisions. I mean, he's got a depot right there, and he's got 0 provisions. I guess the roads might be causing a problem. And we're back to full readiness 6 months after a battle. Oh, guys, let me know what you think about this situation here. I just feel like the war's going to be over, or 1865 is going to come around before we actually get to advance in 20. I'm sure some of our policies and projects might actually assist with this. Oh, cavalry reform? I think we'll have cavalry reform. What does this one do? This requires... Right, we can have cavalry brigades up to 2,500 troopers. I'm going to buy that. That's cool. We'll take that one. So the cavalry can reinforce to be quite large now, which is more effective. Alright, this is going to be the interesting situation, because if Louisville falls... Or is it Louisville? Do we pronounce the S? Oh no, we've got Union just down there. Military Policy 2 enacted. Now this is the Union, which is bad news, because they can have now military reforms before us. We'll see ours is still a considerable distance off. It's under the Conscription Act. It's 3 months away. Oof. Is all I can say. Okay, so Sterling Price is now in such a bad state. I don't know if his 3,000 men are going to be able to do anything up there if they get there. Some of the commanders seem to be absolutely fine for this stat, and others are having major troubles. Hardy's just improved his readiness. He's going to be ready for an advance in there. As we're making ground in Kentucky, do you know what? I think he's got 36,000 men. That should be enough. We're marching up there. He can improve his readiness further up there. He can capture that Union depot. Bragg's building and consolidating, gathering supplies. Okay. I mean, it's game on, certainly. It's just a slow one.